Back in August of 2016, we got a call from a woman named McFadden, who was a mother of 2 children. She was very low income, living in a subsidized housing, and she needed an emotional support animal in her home. Our clients each started to receive eviction notices. They received notices that they were in violation of policies, notices to vacate, and very quickly those notices turned into threats of eviction.
We traveled to Meeker and met with these clients. By the time we had traveled up there, one of them had already been evicted for having a companion animal, and 2 others were facing eviction. We very quickly put together a federal lawsuit under the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Fair Housing Act, arguing that they were being discriminated because of their companion animals.
And then it turned out that she was not alone. Another household, the Whites, were going through the same situation.
We also filed a motion for a temporary restraining order to stop them from evicting the other 2 clients.
One of the common misconceptions out there is that service animals are a scam, or that some people use them as a scam in order to enjoy special privileges. Frankly, that's just not our experience, and I don't believe that to be true. Service animals play a crucial function in allowing disabled individuals to live their best lives.
Originally, they had no policies banning assistance animals, and then once our clients refused to leave with their assistance animals, they created first a policy stating that any assistance animal had to be accompanied by a $300 non-refundable deposit, essentially a fee. And this is subsidized housing. Our clients were paying between $0 in rent because they either had no income, or $125 a month because their income was that low. And then after that, what the Meeker Housing Authority did is they said, now we're going to require you to have a letter from a medical doctor. Now, these clients of ours had mental health disabilities. They did not have physical disabilities. So requiring them to get a letter from a medical doctor was particularly difficult. They also lived in a very small town. Meeker is very small, and most people go to their primary provider through the Meeker Hospital. So what the board had done is they called over at the Meeker Hospital and they told the doctors not to provide these letters.
What is significant about coming from a small rural community like Meeker, Colorado, is that it presents challenges in vindicating their legal rights. There aren't attorneys on every street corner, and they didn't have funds for an attorney. These were people that were living in Section 8 housing.
The significance of this case is not about 3 individuals with service animals. It is about how we treat those with the least among us, how we treat those who do not have a voice, and whether lawyers are going to stand up for individuals who are at the bottom of the societal economic chain.
When we first retained this lawsuit, we thought we could resolve this easily. We could tell the defendants that they were wrong legally, that they should undo what they had done in terms of the evictions, and that we could all move on with our lives. Nearly 3 years later, with over $1 million in attorney fees, we settled this case on the eve of federal trial in a situation where the Meeker Housing Authority and their attorneys had been sanctioned, including monetary penalties, an adverse jury instruction, and findings of bad faith by the court.
Tonight, a $1 million settlement for apartment tenants who say they were discriminated against because of emotional support animals. A.J. White is one of them, and is candid when talking about his mental health and the need for his cats.
Housing discrimination cases in particular have always been extraordinarily important to us. Colorado is one of the most segregated states in our country, and this needs to change. Us as trial attorneys have a duty to ensure that discrimination in housing does not persist. We thank CTLA for this incredible opportunity to raise awareness about the substantial issues in our communities surrounding housing discrimination.